Hey guys, so here's a tutorial on what we are doing in class, looking at the elements, creating the Bohr atomic model, and the Lewis dot structures. Okay, so here are the steps that I want you to do, and they work with no matter what element you have. So let's start off with lithium. Forgive me, I'm trying to videotape myself writing this out, so I know it's going to be a little bit different. So we have lithium. Okay. Its atomic number is 3 and its atomic mass is 7. Okay. That is all the information you're going to need to do any of these steps. Okay. So, from that information from the box, we need to figure out the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Okay, so this atomic number is the number of protons. So whenever you get an element, this here, there are 3 positive protons. And because all elements in general are neutral and have a neutral charge, so like the same amount of positives as negatives, electrons are negative, so you also have 3 negative electrons, so they equal each other out. Now, it really doesn't matter how many neutrons you have, because neutrons are neutral and don't have a charge, but the way you figure it out is this. The atomic mass, remember, mass is weight. What weighs the most? Well, in the nucleus, you have protons and neutrons, and in the orbitals around, in the shells, you have electrons. And I'm just drawing a random one. Okay, remember, the electrons are 1/2000th of the size of a proton or a neutron, so when we weigh them, when we get their mass, the only thing that's in the mass that we actually can weigh are the protons and neutrons. So, going back to this up here, there are 7 things in the nucleus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know that protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. And we know that there are 3 protons. So if I make 3 of these positive protons, the rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, are the neutrons. So all I had to do was subtract 7 minus 3. It works every single time. Okay, so this is the information we need first, because now we are going to draw it. Okay, let's draw it using this information. Okay, so I'm going to draw it. My nucleus, getting back to the atomic mass right here, has 7 things. So I'm going to draw a nucleus, and this is called the Bohr model. Okay. So the nucleus has 7 things. 1, 2, oh geez, sorry, I'm drawing out of frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, going back up to my information, there are 3 protons, 4 neutrons. And I forgot to, but it's just 1, 2, 3, 4 things with nothing in them. Okay, so 3 of them are protons, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are neutrons. Awesome. Okay, next we add the electrons. There's 3 of them to the shells. Now, every single atom has electron shells, okay? And what we learned is that the shells, so if this is the nucleus right here, okay? What we are learning right now is that the first shell holds 2 electrons, okay? And I always tell you just add the electrons north, south, okay? But these are an electron pair, okay? The second shell holds 8. And remember, we don't just put them all together, or we don't all put them randomly, we pair them up. And just like we want them to be evenly spread out, we always start off with north, south, east, west. If we have extra, start again. North, here's a pair. South, here's a pair. East, west, okay? And then the third shell can hold up to 18. And you do just like we did. North, south, east, west, north, south, east, west, okay? So now, let's do the Bohr model with lithium. Lithium has 3 electrons, so let's add the first shell. Okay, according to our model here, first shell holds 2. So let's put 2 electrons. North, south, okay. We added 2, but we have 3 total. So now we go to the next level, electron shell, and we add 1 more. Awesome. So if we go back to our numbers, there are 3 protons in the nucleus, 1, 2, 3, 4 neutrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 electrons, 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Okay, last thing you need to do is take this Bohr model and turn it into what's called the Lewis dot model or structure. And all you're doing is you're taking the element lithium and you're showing me how many dots are on it. So basically, when you do your Lewis dot structure, it's going to look like this. Where's the camera? To where you have your element in the middle and you're just showing me where the electrons are spread out so we know the availability. So all I tell you, now you can do this in your head or you can do it in steps. So we don't care about, okay, when 2 elements come together, this kind of looks like the two elements are coming together. They only talk via their outer shells. So when we talk about what's important to know right away, we don't really care about the bonding, when we're bonding, what's in the nucleus or what's in the inner shells. We only care about what's in the outer shells. So all you do is you take that outer shell and you put it right here. Now that's not a dot yet, but it's just showing me lithium only has 1 valence electron. So when I turn that into the Lewis dot structure, I'm just putting a dot right there. So now I know, hey, when lithium's bonding, it only has 1 valence electron that it can bond with. So it can, so it can bond with. Okay, now let's do a bigger one. What we did works for every single element. Okay, let's do a bigger one, such as nitrogen. So we have nitrogen, 7, 14. Okay, protons, there are 7. And what did I tell you? If there's 7 positive charges, there has to be 7 negative charges. Neutrons, remember, protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Well, there are 14 things in the nucleus. 7 of them are protons, so 14 minus 7 leaves 7 of them neutrons. If you needed to, you could actually draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You could draw 14 things. If you make 7 of them positive, then 7 of them are going to be neutral. Okay, we got our information. Let's draw our model. Okay, 14 things need to be in the nucleus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 of them, ooh, sorry, I drew 7. 7 of them are protons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them are neutrons. Good. Now we need to add 7 electrons. Okay. So we need to add 7 total. Well, the first shell only holds 2. Add a negative to the north, negative to the south. Okay. So 7 minus 2, we have 5 more to add. Okay. The second shell holds up to 8. Well, we have 5, so we're only going to add 5. Ready? Add it north, south, east, west. That was only 4 more. And then go back again north. So our total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. So this is our Bohr model. Last, we're going to turn this into the Lewis dot structure. So we're taking our N nitrogen, and all we're doing is drawing our valence electrons. Not the nucleus, not the inner electrons, just the outer. So ready? Our outer is 2 on the top, 1 on the side, 1 on the bottom, 1 on this side. And now I'm going to turn this into just dots. 2 dots up here, 1 dot here, 1 dot here, 1 dot here. What that tells me is there are 5 valence electrons in nitrogen. They're already bonded 2 in the top, but then there's open bonding on all sides.